What's good? Let's talk about it real fast because it needs to be addressed. A lot of people was caught in this whole Alpo situation, right? Now, once again, now it's new footage that come up that show one of his last footage, period, that was filmed before his demise. And he's basically comfortable being outside. Very, very comfortable. Nobody seems to be trying to press him. None of that.
That's the real Rico. In real life. Whole life. In real life. Yes. That's the real Rico. In real life. Whole life. In real life.
And see, he seems very comfortable. Very comfortable being out there. Now, the reason why he's very comfortable being out there now is for a reason, people. Put on your thinking cap. Why would you be this comfortable outside after what you've done? Why did he feel that kind of comfort? He must felt very protected to be outside doing the things he was doing. He's not even masked up. You see? Ego creeps in. You start doing things you shouldn't do. You start getting real relaxed out here. Look at that. Whipping bikes around. Flossing in minks. People get real comfortable doing things. And it never dawned on them, should they do it? Should they do these things? But what was the reason? Well, if you own the Patreon, the Casino for Life Patreon, this here kind of connects a lot of the dots. Tried to tell you. Now you got a lot of street dudes, a lot of guys from Harlem. They telling you their side and their version of what they think, and that's cool. You know, that's their version, that's where they from and what they rep, and that's all right with me. They from Harlem. They from the streets. These people said what's up to them and this and that. It's just that where we're from, I'm not a street dude, but I've been in the streets. I've seen a lot. Seen people shot with my bare eyes right in front of me. And right then and there, you have to make a decision. Are you going to abide by these rules or not? Right then and there on the spot. And me, I've always been someone who knew street rules without it really being taught. We knew not to say nothing, see nothing, hear nothing. But for your obvious answers, they're right in front of you. If somebody's moving around such as he was moving around, and they seem to be very comfortable in moving around, start to ask yourself, why? Why would that person be so comfortable to move around in such a way with all the things they had floating around over their head. Why would they be that comfortable to do that? Then ask yourself, okay, they are comfortable moving around like that. Why are they doing that? And also, if they're comfortable moving around like that, why are they doing that where they are? He's in Witsack. So why would they be comfortable with him being in the areas in which the people he testified against and did all these things to are right there? You think they didn't know where he was when it's all over YouTube? You know, I know the majority of people nowadays just don't think. They let the internet think for them, and they just go by what they see and move on to the next thing. But this is why situations like this come about. Then you got some people talking about, oh, well, Cameron should have been by his side and done something for him. And, you know, Cam should have been doing more support and doing things out there in the streets for him. Cameron should have did this. Cameron did not make Paid in Full. Cameron played a character and played Paid in Full. Cameron don't owe anybody anything. Cameron played a movie part. That's all Cameron did. Now, here's another stupid rumor. Oh, Jim Jones and his crew, because he was trying to press Cam for money, Jim Jones and them stepped up and did all that. No. Jim Jones had nothing to do with any of this. Cameron has nothing to do with this. Y'all gotta stop with this sensationalizing nonsense. A young man made tragic decisions when he was younger, did some ramifications that he had to live by for the rest of his life. And now he's no longer here based on those decisions that he made. It's like the saying go, you reap what you sow. I'm not going to celebrate another man's demise because there's nothing to celebrate. The people and the other people involved in that world, they got family members that love them just like he has family members that loved him. There's people in this town that love him despite of what he did. These people are applauded for doing things that they were doing. Because it was in an act of what they would call business. As one person said, well, hey, you got to look at it. Those guys weren't nice guys. It's not about all that. Nice guy or not a nice guy. I wasn't there, so I couldn't tell you what they did or didn't do. But the internet tries to convict everybody. They try to play, man, Wayne Perry, man, he used to just kill people. I'll be like, dog, you are, what, 20 years old? How do you not even from D.C. How you know what Wayne Perry just did? You don't know that. You can assume it. You can say he got convicted for it, but you don't know that. You don't know what he did. We only know, and we can say anything about the situation With Poe, it's because Poe admitted to doing these things. See, that's the difference. He admitted it in a court of law. Then did something crazy by going out into general public and turning it into a reality. Now, when you go out and turn that into a reality, that's a whole different ball game. He goes out and films a video saying, this is where I dumped the body, this is where I did it, everything. You know, just crazy. I don't know if that was part of a condition that he had to do for the people that let him out. But my thing is, you're not going to go outside and do all those things unless you feel you're very protected. And then, protected by whom? Y'all ever thought to stop to think about that? Doing what he was doing, talking to random people on the streets with a camera? I think that's pretty crazy. What y'all think? I think that's rather nuts. The world has always been indifferent. It's just that now people are starting to catch up. Everybody pretends to care, but they really don't. Everybody now got the energy to talk about Poe and a light. You want to throw rappers' names under the bus, like Jim Jones, Cameron, and all of this, to associate with it just to sensationalize stuff. Poe wasn't pressing them for no money. This had nothing to do with Cameron and Jim Jones. You know, it's when you get to a point where you start to see all this film and footage, and I told you this is going to happen. This is what we do when they comfortable. When people are comfortable, they make comfortable mistakes. They ride around as if nothing's going down, nothing's going to happen, because they have protection that should outweigh the threat. But then you don't know how great the threat really is. You only can assume how great the threat is. But what they've asked you to do is actually putting you in more danger than you can imagine. Now, I'm not going to say too much here based on that fact alone. Let them do their investigation and see how they come out of it. But hopefully you guys are smart enough to put this kind of together. Right? A guy who owes the federal government 32 years of witness protection means he's still on the clock, but he gets to come home. He's out freely in the same areas, in the places that he's not even supposed to be at. Why? And he's very comfortable. Right? He gets taken out in front of a building. Report comes out from a YouTuber. He wanted to die. He was ready to go. All of these things. Then it comes out he was throwing heroin out of a window. Then it says he was waiting on a female. That's the reason why it happened. All of these things were being said. Right? Not by me. This is what has been posted around this internet every single day. Now today, what's the new thing? Jim Jones people might be responsible because he was pressing Cameron for money. Because of paid in full, Cameron didn't hit him with a bag when he got out. Cameron is not friends with this guy. This is not one of Cameron's friends. This is not one of his homeboys. Paid in Full isn't his movie. You know, he was a hired actor to play the role. Why would he be hitting him with a bag? You see what I'm saying? About people playing games and doing the things that they doing. Now you get it? So, yes, you can hit the like button, subscribe just for those thoughts alone. Now, put those together, right? Put all of this together. Now, what is your scenario? Putting all these little clues of factual information that we have together. Looking at the window, how the window was hit, everything. Put all of it together. What would you come up with? That's where you are right now. You can answer your own questions that you're asking. But sensationalism is the reason why you keep throwing people's names around. And everybody you throw a name around got nothing to do with anything. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's name that was thrown around has nothing to do with it. But you're not questioning the people who are throwing this information. What is their purpose? Question them. That's all we're saying. Question them. Why are y'all saying that? Why are y'all saying this? And if you was a street dude from the same area or you knew him, why would y'all be saying the things that y'all saying? I am commenting on y'all commentary. I left my thoughts on the Patreon and has been done since. I won't go further. But I'm commentating every time y'all say something and bringing it to the general public's light and saying, see, all the people that subscribe to me is like, see, didn't I tell you? Now today, this is what they're saying. So I'm commenting on your commentary. That's all. And I'm asking the people to think for themselves and saying, put this together. A lot of this wouldn't make sense. And people can take people's audio and words out of context. But one thing is for certain. This is over right now. People are planning funerals and, family members that want to mourn a person that they lost that they cared about. Don't matter what everybody else thinks. They cared about them. So these are all products of the system anyway. So they've been victimized by the country and the system. So that's that. I'm out of here. God bless everybody who hit me up. I got a great cash out from you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Everybody who super chatted, God bless you. And that's all I could really say at this time. This is a messed up situation. And I don't understand why people keep coming up. I know why they're doing it. It's sensationalizing for them. But what we're doing is we're retooling your brain to not follow the gravy train. Think for yourself. And if that didn't make sense because it's been disproven by actual things that were factual, then this didn't happen because, or this been disproved based on the actual things that was factual, then this been proven to be wrong or false because of actually things that has been put to facts, or we can just take from what we see and what we know. It just doesn't make sense. So if it doesn't make sense, then you just toss it to the side because it's irrelevant. It's just noise. Cameron, Jim Jones, really? That's the last piece of that you can come up with to throw in a scenario. They were pressing Cam, really? Anyway, I'm out. Love, peace, and hair grease.